Internet. It's your favorite player's favorite podcast. It's Game and Gab. And tonight, we are going to be watching some more endings. Specifically, we're going to be watching some Deadly Alliance endings. And I see we got Support here. Support, how you doing, sir? I hope you had a great day today, a great Friday. We made it to the weekend. Hopefully you got some plans for the weekend, and hopefully it goes well. We're gonna get started in just a little bit, but yeah, we're gonna be doing Deadly Alliance ending. How many? Now it seems like you are extremely knowledgeable when it comes to deception conquest. But how much, or rather, I guess the question should be, why am I wireless? How well do you remember the Deadly Alliance endings?
I can't imagine.
Round one, fight.
Ooh. Oh, I stood up. Oh, wow, the raw roll got me. Okay. Alright. I can deal with that. Oh! Ooh. This Melina is playing no games with me. I love the Earthrealm outfit. Pink and white. Ah. Oh, that's an overhead? Ay, ay, ay. I do not know any of Melina's stuff here. Oh, man, that was fast. Oh, man, this Melina is not playing. I'm already dead. Okay, she's the Empress for a reason, clearly. Okay, let's try that again.
I want to...
Round one.
Let's try that one more time. Oh, wow, that caught me from far. Oh my gosh, do I get a turn? I can't even poke back against her. This is ridiculous. Into half my life? Jeez Louise, man. She hits like a truck. Ugh. Ay, 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 that was so quick. Wow, there's a gap there. Whew. He's one round away from this. Oh. I don't even know where to block against these buttons. That's an overhead? That just looks like a regular forward stab. It's ridiculous, man. Oh man, everything is a mix-up for her. This is my first combo I've gotten on her since the match began. Okay, she's gonna wake up with something. I knew it, and I blocked, and it... Oh, yeah, yeah. I don't have meter. Jeez Louise. Oh, that was a decisive loss. Gosh. Oh, man, that's annoying. So, support. Do you remember any of the MK Deadly Alliance endings? Are you well versed in those endings or no? I feel like I only really remembered half of those endings. You know what? I don't understand why I'm not on Wired. Let me just hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. All right, and we're back, and hopefully that does help. We'll see if that helps or not. But as far as the Deadly Alliance endings, I only really remembered maybe a handful of them. Only like the most notable endings, but some of the other ones like Suhao and who else is in Deadly Alliance that I feel like? Oh, like Dramen. It's like I remember them. I remember watching them, but if you were to ask me, okay, what exactly happened in the ending, I couldn't really tell you. I remember it was a whole lot of nothing. It was pointing towards something, and that's why I really thought Reptile's ending was going to also go towards nothing, because there are a couple endings there that it looks like they're setting something up, and then they just abandon that storyline. So, but you know what? I was pleasantly surprised with what they did with Reptile and his development through the 3D games, or specifically Deadly Alliance and Deception. And curious enough, if Taven is the main character for Armageddon and Shujinko is the main character for Deception, who is the main character for Deadly Alliance? Is it the Deadly Alliance themselves, Shang Tsung and Quan Chi? That would kind of make sense. It's named after them. They do kind of win in the end of Deadly Alliance. Maybe it's Kung Lao. Oh gosh, he's so quick. All right, all right. Okay. Oh, I messed up. Oh. This guy is playing very patient. All right, very nice, very nice.
What a waste. Round 2. Fight.
I'm digging this fur that he has on with Johnny Cage. Speaking about Johnny Cage, I remember when The Miz was trying to get that role for Johnny Cage, and ultimately he didn't get it. And I really wish he did, because I really feel like The Miz is Johnny Cage. Like, he just feels so much like Johnny to me. We're gonna get him with the low. How did we miss that? Oh, that ends it. Support says this katana video is impossible to finish. Every time I try to finish an editor, it crashes or the video becomes unstable. It's tiresome and why I barely post long videos. Oh, that's a shame, man. What video editing software are you using? I'm curious. Corey, I hope I didn't miss anything. No, we haven't started yet, Corey. We have not started the endings yet, but we're going to start in just a little bit. I think maybe I'm going to do 1 or 2 more games, and then we're going to start. What is this live stream about? Corey, we are going to be doing the Deadly Alliance endings. We're doing Deadly Alliance. Support. I'm curious as to what video editing software you're using and how much space do you have on your computer. All those things play a factor. Junie, look at this guy showing the Deadly Alliance endings. Yes, we're gonna get started on the Deadly Alliance endings in just a moment. I just wanted to wait to get some more people in here, and the stream is about to be huge. Oh my gosh, right? And listen, Corey, I want you to have fun and whatnot, and I want you to go all out. But we can't be talking about PPs and whatnot. There has to be a line, okay? This is YouTube. This isn't Kick. we can't have stuff like that. Oh. So if you can promise me that we can keep it civil. You can talk about who you like and who you think is cute and who looks beautiful and whatnot, but we can't be talking about our parts. Okay? I love Katana. I thought you would. Do you guys have of the female ninja? Ooh. Who would you say is your favorite? Oh, how did I drop that? Oh, man. Oh. We'll call him Motaro. Oh. Ooh, and we lamed him out. Support says I'm using Movie Maker. Okay, and you know what you might want to do? You might want to get DaVinci Resolve. It's a free editing program. It's gonna take a learning curve for you to learn it if you've been using just Movie Maker, but that might actually do the trick for you as far as a more reliable source, a more reliable tool. I mean, and also the amount of space on your computer is a huge factor too. Whenever I start getting low, I see my video editing program starting to crash and starting to get slow and whatnot. So you wanna make sure that you free up space regularly. Junie says, "Nah, we can't pull a yesterday." Exactly. This is. Ay. Corey, you're trying to get me in trouble with the powers that be at YouTube. All right, wow, that did a lot of damage. Ooh, that went further than I thought it would. Okay, we're gonna loop it again, huh? I don't have a breaker. Oh, he got me with the throw. Okay. That throw is so deceptive. Okay. Is he gonna wake up? We're gonna go low. Oh, he went low. Oh, I thought I could get him at the tip. Okay, the cross up. All right. And we get the full combo. Oh! I can't break. Man, that thing looks like it's gonna miss and it just catches me. I think I'm dead. Oh, we're going X-ray? Okay, I guess you want it. Alright, while he's doing that, this is Pornhub. Stay chill, Corey. That should fit. A tie between Kitana and Jade, says Corey. Junie says, Corey, bro, don't get shit in trouble. We don't deserve it. All right, you guys. After this match, we're gonna jump into the endings. Okay. Hopefully I can. Oh, he got me. Hopefully I can just end this game, and then we can jump into some Deadly Alliance endings. How familiar are you guys with the Deadly Alliance endings? How much do you remember them? Ooh. Okay, I can hit you from there, sir. Ooh, okay. Ooh, the teleport into the low. I mean, the overhead with... Oh. Oh! I can't believe that caught me. Oh, he's good. Okay, I respect it. I was still gonna... Oh! I don't have meter. Oh. Ooh. My existence? Ay, ay, ay. Quan Chi was not having it with Shinnok. Oh, I like that walk back. Okay, we're just gonna... Oh, what a mistake. Oh, this is gonna be a costly mistake. I can't break. Oh, man. Oh, he almost reset me. Okay. Yes, we get it. Oh, I missed the... Oh, my gosh. This is going to be another costly mistake. Oh, he dropped it. Ooh. Okay, he puts on the armor. He puts on the armor. Do we have Motaro back? Is he trying to chip me out? Oh my gosh, he chipped me out! I should have just teleported behind him with Motaro. I wasn't thinking, you guys. I wasn't thinking. Okay, win, lose, or draw. This is gonna be the last game, and then we're gonna start the endings. So we have support saying, remember Scorpion being thrown into the Well of Souls by Moloch and Draman. I remember Liu Kang's soul possessing Kano. That was such a weird one in Quan Chi's ending. Junie says, I'm somewhat familiar. Hated Scorpion's ending, and Frost is an idiot, thinking she can handle the power. What do we have here? Oh, Secret Combatant. What's going on, Secret? We're about to be starting we're going to start watching the endings for Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. I'm just going to finish this match, and then we're going to jump into the endings. So you joined just in time. Is this guy not playing? Hey, come on, man. I don't want to win like that. Corey says, imagine your existence being the birthday gift for your parents. Give you every year. Corey, let me tell you, existence was something that I got many, many times. Many, many years. It was my existence. It was the food that I ate yesterday. It was the it was the clothes I was currently wearing. So I understand. Teleport? No? Okay, we jump over those with the overhead. We jump over those with the overhead. Ah. Oh. Okay, okay. No, we're breaking. We're not. We're trying to get to the endings. Oh! I can't believe I let that slide. Man, I almost completely let that round go. All right, let's end it. Oh! Oh, man, the hitbox on that thing is like a wall. Jeez Louise. Just a random uppercut. Oh, my gosh, I keep ducking. Okay, okay. Why the why the teabag? What did I do to this guy to get teabagged? Did I deserve that? Oh, sandstorm. Ooh. Oh, he dropped it. Okay, I like the walk back into his overhead. That was slick. Yeah, I love the way this guy just walks. Okay, we got the lead, you guys. Oh, he put on the armor. Let's drain his meter. Oh, I knew it was coming, and it still caught me. I might be dead here, you guys. This might be it. Yep. Oh, does this kill me? It kills me. Alright, he got me. He got me. Don't do a fatality. You put. Oh, gosh. Why? Even though this is kind of cool. Even though this is kind of cool. Ooh, Locust. That's a cool one. That makes sense because he is many. All right, you guys, we're gonna start getting into the Deadly Alliance endings. Secret Combatant said, anyway, I'm popping in for a second. I have a cold, so I'm taking care of it right now. Good night, take care. Oh man, feel better soon, Secret. Oh, well, Russ. I wonder if Quan Chi and Shang Tsung are kindred spirits. Maybe. Who is a crappier boss, Shinnok or Shao Kahn? Of the two, I think I'm going to go Shinnok. Shao Kahn is the quintessential boss character. Plot twist, Quan Chi and Shang Tsung are secret... What? 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 At least not a fatality. I agree. I love animalities, says Corey. All right, you guys. All right, we left the session. Find a new opponent? No, we're not finding a new opponent. We are finding Deadly Alliance. So before we actually jump into Deadly Alliance, we gotta start with the opening, right?
Mortal Kombat has always been, and always will be. For millennia, the forces of good and evil have been locked in eternal battle over the control of Earthrealm. Some seek to use the tournament to destroy all that is good. Others seek vengeance, power, or eternal life. Time after time, each individual threat has been vanquished, and Earthrealm has enjoyed relative peace for many years. But there is concern that Earth is once again in peril. And this time, the threat of evil has two faces. It is now known that the sorcerer Quan Chi has escaped from the Netherrealm. Since his escape, Quan Chi has unlocked the secret of the ancient Runestone. discovered the ancient undefeatable army of the long-forgotten Dragon King. And most disturbing of all, formed an alliance with one of our deadliest enemies, Shang Tsung. With their combined strength, they plotted to overpower the only two beings who could prevent their total domination of the two realms. The first was the Emperor of Outworld, Shao Kahn. In a false show of allegiance, they sprung their attack. They then traveled to Earthrealm by way of a mystical portal known only to sorcerers and deities. There, they confronted Earth's mightiest warrior and champion of Mortal Kombat, Liu Kang. It has been Shang Tsung's desire to consume the soul of Earthrealm's greatest warrior. With Quan Chi's assistance.
Okay, before we see this terrible moment in Mortal Kombat history here, let me just... Corey, you say, why did Quan Chi take off his shirt between MK4 and Deadly Alliance? The man has been in literal hell since that happened. You would take off your shirt too. The man was burning up in the Netherrealm. You want him to wear a shirt? You want him to wear what you want him to have a long sleeve on too? Should he wear a turtleneck in the Netherrealm? Of course he took his shirt off. Support says Onaga gotta make a comeback. Junie says the opening. The change from usual to unusual made me wonder if they would go deep into the rabbit hole, and they did. They executed it right from the most part. I agree. They did a wonderful job. Fantastic job. Support says to Corey, I just assumed the shirt melted in the Netherrealm. Yeah, exactly. He was being hunted by Scorpion for years. 10 out of 10 all opening always. Oh, it is fantastic. Shang Tsung was hungry for Liu Kang's soul for so long. He has craved he's craved consuming his soul. Okay, let's watch him finally achieve this goal.
He achieved this goal. Liu Kang is dead. They have since returned to Outworld and are using the souls of conquered warriors to resurrect the Dragon King's undefeatable army. Should they succeed, they will have the means to conquer Outworld and eventually Earthrealm. They will be unstoppable. I can no longer stand idly by and watch this evil consume the world. I have relinquished my status as Elder God to return to Earth and lead you all to battle against our old adversaries. We must act now. We must stop this deadly alliance.
Man, that narration. I met this voice actor at one of these cons, the voice actor for Raiden, and the man's voice is powerful. Wait a second. Is that what I thought I wait, hold on a second. Obsessed much? Shang Tsung got his revenge from Shaolin monks. Here it is, Corey. What did Corey say here? Shang Tsung craves souls like average men crave Big Macs? You crave Big Mac, sir? A Big Mac, that's exactly what I ask for when I want a burger. Let me get a third bun to overpower this burger for a Big Mac. We must act now. We must stop this deadly alliance. Absolutely. Corey says Frost. Oh, yeah. Frost was. You know what? When this game was new, a lot of people did not like Frost, but Frost really grew on everyone, it seems like. Where's Fujin during all of this? Great question, support. Fujin is chilling. That man said he doesn't want any part of the Deadly Alliance. Oh, you said you saw Frost. Yeah, she's around the fireplace. Yeah, you absolutely did. Bring this voice back. Absolutely. This voice. Oh, man. When he says we must stop this Deadly Alliance. By the way, not only is the voice top tier, but just that title, that name, Deadly Alliance, whoever came up with that name, they deserve a raise. I had that Big Mac chicken sandwich. It was just a huge chicken McNugget. Because why would you ever want a third bun for any set? I don't get it. I don't get it. The last line on opening gave me chills. Junie, you and I both. You and I both. Chloe, how you doing, Chloe? How you doing this evening? Hope you're doing well. We just started the Deadly Alliance. We're going to get into the endings right now. We just watched the opening. Corey says, I love Frost. Mortal Kombat needs more Chiromancers besides Sub-Zero. I mean, technically we've had 3, right? We've had Bi-Han, Kuai Liang, and Frost. We want more than that? Okay. With that being said, let us get into... We're going to get into the actual endings.
The hunt for Quan Chi had led Scorpion to the palace of Shang Tsung. Scorpion entered the palace through a hidden passage. As he made his way through the lower levels, he was discovered by the 2 Oni he had previously encountered while in the Netherrealm. Shang Tsung had secretly allied with Moloch and Draman as a backup defense against Quan Chi. The 2 Oni had been hidden in an underground chamber and were periodically fed mortals to keep them satisfied.
Hold on a second. Support says, I was just testing it to see what the hype was about, and I was like, that's it? I'm good. Currently nursing 5 injuries, but I'm fine. You got beat up, ma'am. Oh, yeah. Yeah, take care of yourself. That's crazy. We already have so many pyromancers. We do have a lot of fire users. Hope you feel better, Chloe. So do I. 5 injuries is insane. Okay, well, let's get back to the ending here.
Scorpion fought well, but was overpowered by Moloch and Draman. Although they could not consume the Ninja Spectre, they devised another means for eliminating their foe that would satisfy their cruel nature. The Oni brought Scorpion before the portal to the heavens that Shang Tsung had tapped as a source of limitless souls. They hurled him into the Solnado, and his hellspawn body was ripped apart by the purity of that realm.
Man, I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, are we killing Scorpion? Like, is Scorpion really... We're just gonna end Scorpion? And what a twist on killing him, where they've established for such a long time that you can't kill him by conventional means, because he'll just respawn in the Netherrealm eventually and just find a portal and come back. So you can never really kill Scorpion. But sending him to heaven is a cool way to kind of get around that strength. Canon ending: Scorpion meets the Elder Gods, then turns into Monster, the Elder Gods champion, and loses to Shujinko twice. He does. Did Deadly Alliance kidnap hobos from the street and throw them to be eaten? What? Why hobos? Corey says, poor Scorpion. I know. Damn Scorpion. Chloe says, just realized MK1 is basically the first game in a while where Scorpion wasn't hunting Quan Chi, right? Scorpion or Hanzo, either identity was not looking out for Quan Chi whatsoever. Scorpion is a Grand Theft Auto character, always respawns, basically. All right, with that being said, let's get into the next ending. By the way, before we get into this, let me know how the audio is. If the audio is good or bad, it needs to be turned up or down, or if I sound too high or too low. Let me know how everything sounds. Okay, hate boner for Quan Chi was crazy. I mean, the man took his wife and child, Harumi and Satoshi, and I guess his clan too. I guess them as well. But his wife and child. All right, let's go.
Jax had a score to settle with the traitor he knew as Su Hao. Now revealed to be a member of the Red Dragon, Su Hao had infiltrated the Special Forces Outer World Investigation Agency and destroyed it with a miniature nuclear weapon. Making good on his promise, Jax eventually caught up with Su Hao and ripped the implant from his chest in retribution. Su Hao died a most painful death.
What an anticlimactic ending for Su Hao. He just got beat down by a soldier and got his heart ripped out. This doofus, I know, Corey. Jack's ending definitely canon to those who hate Su Hao. Oh, absolutely. Which is most MK players. Junie says Scorpion had a good reason. Oh, absolutely. For hunting Quan Chi, absolutely. Junie also says Su Hao, oh my gosh, this is horrible in this game. He was horrible in this game. Chloe says, I'll never forget the MK deception where Scorpion said he'll help you if you help him find Quan Chi, and Quan Chi is like 3 steps away. Listen. The man lived, he just got out of hell. All right, he's just enjoying not having to run from Oni. Let the man relax. 3 steps away. Corey says Jax is a Chad for giving the lamest MK character a painful death. Oh man. Okay, you guys. All right. With that being said, let's get into the next ending.
The Deadly Alliance was successful in reviving the mummified remains of the Dragon King's undefeatable army. Shang Tsung, however, began to realize that his relevance in the partnership had evaporated once his talents for soul transplantation were no longer needed. The balance of power within the Deadly Alliance had seemingly been undone. Fearing betrayal, he secretly instructed Kano to steal Quan Chi's amulet in an attempt to gain control of the army. Since part of the soul transfer spell included the command to obey he who possesses the amulet, the army would obey only Shang Tsung and not Quan Chi once the amulet was in his possession. Amulet in hand, Shang Tsung revealed his betrayal to Quan Chi and commanded the army to destroy the sorcerer. Shang Tsung would succeed where others had failed. He would conquer the realms. He would conquer Earth.
Let's see here. Scorpion had a good reason. Jax is a Chad. What does Scorpion do in hell? I think just torture Quan Chi. Support says neither Quan Chi and Shang Tsung's endings in this game is canon, but this is what they had planned to do if their goals were successful. Right. Even though I think Quan Chi's ending has a twist that he didn't see coming with Liu Kang showing up. But yeah, both of them knew that they were going to betray each other eventually, and they were planning to do that. Junie says the evaporating partnership was definitely bound to happen, regardless, which gave us a hint that we never expected for deception. Oh yeah, I think they entered into the partnership knowing that one of them would betray the other eventually. Okay, with that being said, let's get into the next ending.
Rage fueled Kung Lao's thirst for revenge. The memory of holding his fellow monk's broken body on the Lei Tai of the Wuxi Academy grounds consumed him as he rained blow after blow down upon Shang Tsung. Kung Lao had finally mastered the attack Bo Raicho had taught him. The sorcerer could not withstand his whirlwind assault. Shang Tsung begged for mercy. Kung Lao granted him none. Upon his return to Earthrealm, Kung Lao stood before the modest shrine to Liu Kang, which had been erected by the Wuxi initiates during his absence in Outworld. He lit a stick of incense and placed it among the others already burning there. He bowed his head and prayed for safe passage to the afterlife for his friend and brother. With Shang Tsung's death, Liu Kang's spirit could rest peacefully. Earthrealm was safe once more, but at a terrible cost. The work of the White Lotus Society had become more important than ever.
Kung Lao doing in Shang Tsung for his homie. This ending I thought was dope. Just the fact that I felt like it was such an evolution for the character of Kung Lao. We never really saw him defeat a main villain, so I thought it was cool to see that he had the potential to do so. Let's see here. Chloe says Kung Lao needs a character arc change, not gonna lie. Yeah. I like this Kung Lao in Deadly Alliance. I mean, I also like the cocky, arrogant Kung Lao, but I feel once Liu Kang is removed from his life, essentially, and then he gets serious, kind of like, I don't know if you guys ever read The Last Ronin. It's a Ninja Turtle story. Fantastic. I don't want to give away what it's about. If you don't know anything about it, just read it. Don't look up anything about it. It's an amazing story. But anyway, very similar to that is Kung Lao's seriousness after he loses Liu Kang, and I think that's cool. Let's see. Corey says we all love Kung Lao. Absolutely. Support says now Kung Lao I actually wished was canon. Now Kung Lao I actually wish was canon because he avenges his brother's Liu Kang's death. Yeah, but then we wouldn't get more conflict, so we need conflict for the story to happen. Junie says should have kept going with Kung Lao. He had a chance to redeem his arrogant ways. Oh yeah. Support says it's funny how Kung Lao in the old MK games was just as humble as Liu Kang is. It wasn't until Shaolin Monks where Kung Lao was made to be private. Well, to be fair, in the other games, we didn't really get a lot of insight on any of the characters and how their personality was. It wasn't until the games evolved and they could give us more story. So maybe they always sought Kung Lao to be that arrogant personality. Who knows? Corey says Kung Lao is such a good brother to Liu Kang. Oh yeah. He's the punk little brother who's jealous, but he rides for his brother no matter what. Chloe says, like him being arrogant, cocky, but gifted. Like him being arrogant, cocky, but gifted fighter got boring after a while. Like after him dying in MK9 because he was cocky. Should have been the character change he needed going into MKX and MK11. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I kind of like him being that cocky, arrogant person, but I feel like it's a great arc for him to grow out of that because of something more serious happening. So I'm completely down for that. Junie says The Last Ronin made me cry, but definitely a good read. It's a fantastic read. Personally, I would have wanted The Last Ronin to be someone else, but I completely dug the choice that they went in that book. I love Kung Lao's ponytail. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah. I dig it. I miss my little brother. He died in 2022. Corey, I'm so sorry to hear. Let me tell you know what, I'm gonna give you guys some Shinfit's lore here before we get into the next ending, because I had a little brother as well, and he passed away. He was super young. He was like maybe 25, and he died. My mom found him in his room. COVID had to do with it, and he was young, and COVID got him. So, Corey, believe me when I say I 100% sympathize, and I understand what you're going through. Chloe says, "Nah, The Last Ronin was the best turtle." Well, I liked the turtle. I just I wish it was someone else, but I dig the choice they made. Like I said, rest in paradise for your brother Corey and Shin. Thank you, Junie. I appreciate it. All right, you guys. With that being said, let's get into the next ending.
Li Mei had been promised that her people would be freed from enslavement if she could win the tournament held by the Deadly Alliance. Now that she had emerged victorious, the true purpose behind the tournament was finally revealed to her. Her soul would be the last one Shang Tsung needed to completely revive the Dragon King's lost army. Her people would never be freed, and Li Mei herself would remain trapped inside the mummified remains of a dead soldier, cursed to serve the Deadly Alliance forever.
So this is actually another canon ending as far as Li Mei goes. Oh, support beat me to it. Li Mei canon and ties to deception. Yes, absolutely. If you read Li Mei's bio in Deception, it says that she did spend just a little bit of time. Her soul did spend time in the mummified soldier's body, but it was reversed when the heroes came to fight the Deadly Alliance. However, her being in that body for the moment that it was kind of left an imprint on Li Mei, and that directly leads into her deception ending. So really, really cool storytelling here. Corey says, "Poor Li Mei." Yeah. So there actually is a tournament in Deadly Alliance, but only a few characters are in it, like Li Mei and I think maybe only one other person. But there is a tournament, but most people don't take part in it. Junie says, "Oh damn, Li Mei, I forgot that she was trapped in a warrior's body." Yeah, man. Dark stuff. Okay, with that being said, let's get into the next ending.
Kenshi had finally caught up with Shang Tsung in Outworld. Years ago, Kenshi had been manipulated into releasing the souls of his warrior ancestors. Shang Tsung had consumed those souls and left Kenshi to die in the tomb. The ordeal left Kenshi blinded, but the sword of his ancestors led him out of the depths. To redeem himself, Kenshi had vowed to free his ancestors from their captor. He cut Shang Tsung down with his ancestral sword, and a blast of souls was instantly released. The spirits of the warrior kings re-entered the sword as Kenshi held it above his head. His duty fulfilled, he could now return to Earthrealm.
Support says that dead soldier must have been female because it explains Lee May's attraction to Onaga. Or maybe just all the soldiers are attracted to Onaga for whatever reason. Junie says Kenshi definitely got his redemption. I mean, this isn't canon, but it would be nice if it were canon. I don't know if a lot of you know, Kenshi is based off of a really old, like 70s character, the Blind Swordsman. And the Blind Swordsman and the Cowboy are tropes in so many movies, and they finally made their way to Mortal Kombat in Kenshi and Aaron Black. And I just feel like they're such iconic, like totems or representations of these old tropes, the blind samurai and the cowboy, that I feel like they should be in every Mortal Kombat. I don't understand why we don't have Aaron Black in MK1, but I feel like both of those characters need to be part of the main roster going forward. All right, with that being said, let's get into the next ending.
The enormous heat and pressure of the lava burned out Cyrax's sensors almost immediately. He cast about blindly in the infernal pit, searching for the orb Nitara sent him to locate. Cyrax found it resting upon a small submerged pedestal beneath the molten depths. As soon as he clambered to the surface, she demanded he hand over the orb. Nitara had promised to return Cyrax to Earthrealm once the orb had been retrieved. Taking her necklace in hand, she uttered a mystical incantation. A swirling portal opened around Cyrax had he only had time for a solemn bow before he was swept into the gateway.
I feel like Cyrax endings are they never really forward his story, except for maybe MK4. That was the only time Cyrax had like an ending for him, but his endings are always either tragic for him or him just helping someone else. Junie said, actually Support says Kenshi's alternate costume looks like Ryu from Street Fighter. Huh. Does it? I forgot what his alternate costume looks like. You mean in Deadly Alliance? Junie says that is true from what I heard about the concept of Kenshi. He's definitely a cool character. I agree. He's dope. Junie also says, no, Cyrax. Cyrax had a horrifying job there, right? I agree, Corey. Support says Cyrax and Atara, I believe, are canon before Reptiles, and we see a cameo of them in Deception in the Netherrealm. Yeah, these two are canon. Him getting the orb and helping Natara, but it's of such little consequence to the main story, so of course it could be canon. Corey, Cyrax deserves a lot for having to go through trauma and diving super hot lava. I agree with you 100%. Thankfully, now, also keep in mind that he's human now. He's not the soulless machine at this point. In MK4, he was able to gain back his humanity, so he still has, I guess, the armor of the cyborg, but it's still like human Cyrax in there in that armor. So yeah, that was completely a difficult task for him to do, cyborg armor or not. Okay, with that being said, let's jump into the next ending.
Su Hao reported to his superior, Movado, and informed him of his success in destroying the Special Forces Outer World Investigation Agency. Movado then informed Su Hao of his next objective. It seemed that Quan Chi was proving to be a powerful ally and was willing to aid the Red Dragon in its quest for domination of Earth. In a show of good faith, Mavado agreed to destroy Quan Chi's enemies. The sorcerer suspected betrayal from Shang Tsung. There was evidence that Shang Tsung had allied with the two Oni, known as Mohawk and Ramen. Su Hao's new orders were to eliminate the sorcerer Shang Tsung before the Oni eliminated Quan Chi.
Su Hao gets a job to do, I guess. It's okay. Cyrex deserves a lot for having to go. Oh, okay. Same, we didn't have anything else going forward. Okay. With that being said then, since there's nothing to say about Su Hao, let's jump into the next ending.
After the destruction of the Deadly Alliance, Sonya searched for the missing Special Forces agent Kenshi. She finally discovered him badly beaten and near death, apparently from hook-like wounds in his ribcage. She managed to return him to the rendezvous point where I transported them back to Earthrealm. Upon her return, Sonya was promoted to General and given a choice of command. She handpicked a team to deal with new terrorist threats located on Earth, while in Outworld, Special Agent Kenshi had learned of a new threat to peace. The Red Dragon had awakened.
I am digging this this alternate costume on Sonya, the commander costume. I think this looks dope, and it's a great change for her after being in the green and black for so long. But I love this. I love her. Excuse me. I love her her Outworld investigation core team here with Jax. She's finally the commander over Jax after Jax being her major for so long. So she was promoted, and it's Jax, Kenshi, and Cyrax, because Cyrax said he would work for them after MK4. So I kind of like this, and I really wish that we got more emphasis on this team of the Special Forces. But alas, we did not. Plot twist, Su Hao fails. He does. Support also says Sonya's ending, semi-canon. She forms the Outworld Investigation Agency. There we go. But she never says Kenshi, Sub-Zero. But she never says, saves Kenshi. Sub-Zero finds him after Mavado leaves him for dead. Sonya, babe. Johnny would agree with you, Corey. I knew this ending was coming next, so I was prepared. Well done, support. Junie says, Red Dragon could have been around more, but I'm glad they brought it back somehow in MK1. I agree. I thought that because they were, like I said, a lot of this stuff feels like they were moving into the next era and the next storylines instead of going back to the old stuff. So it felt like we were going to move away from Raiden being Earthrealm's champion, and it also felt like we were moving away from the Black Dragon, and this was their way of ushering in a different group with the Red Dragon. But alas, people want more of the same, it feels like. But it would have been cool if they went forward with this. I agree. And with that being said, let's jump into the next ending.
Once again, the threat to Earthrealm has been vanquished. The Deadly Alliance is no more. What dangers lie in the future I can no longer foresee. Perhaps the Dragon King will in fact return. Perhaps the depths of the Netherrealm will spew forth a legion of Oni. Even the vampire people pose a threat to peace now that Outworld is in chaos. But one thing is certain. Earthrealm must be protected. I have abandoned my status as Elder God to aid these mortals and act defiant of the heavens. I will instead remain here on Earth as God of Thunder.
This was great foreshadowing for Onaga. This whole game is just a foreshadowing for Onaga, and I love it. I love how they leave it open for what the next game, even though I feel like they knew what they're going to do for the next game, but maybe just to throw off the players. It's like, is it going to be the Oni? Is it going to be, is it the Dragon King that's next? Like, what threat is going to attack Earthrealm next? And just a great job here. Support says, I want a legit prequel to Taven and Dagon before Armageddon events. Really? Where you get to see them before they go into the stalagmite? Am I saying that right? Stalagmite? Corey says, who is the person in the middle? The person in the middle, I believe, that is Onaga. I guess that's the Dragon King without Reptile's body. But keep in mind, they didn't really know how they wanted the Dragon King to look yet, so they just probably did a sketch. And also, this is just Raiden's interpretation on perhaps what Onaga looks like, so we can just assume. But I really love how the threats, like there's 3 possible threats here. Either the vampires, either the Oni, or perhaps even the Dragon King. And they just left it up in the air and just wait for the next game to see which one it is. Support says, Raiden's ending, semi-canon. He abandons his Elder God status first to fight the Deadly Alliance next game. He doesn't beat them. First, he abandons his status. Right. He said he abandoned it right at the beginning. But, yeah, this ending is not canon. He gets beat down by the Deadly Alliance. Junie says, I'm guessing that Raiden forced himself to be the champion for Earthrealm at this point. Yeah, he was like, I guess he didn't trust in Fujin, but really my guess is behind the scene team did not they didn't trust in the character of Fujin, I guess. They thought it would have been better to just bring back a familiar face in Raiden, and especially because John Tobias walked away, there was no one really advocating for Fujin. That's my guess. Support says Onaga and Deadly Alliance looks like Shao Kahn to me. Okay, I think I can kind of see it. Shao Kahn with a staff. It looks like he has some sort of a cape. Anyway, all right, I'm going to finish I rewound it a little bit. I'm going to finish up this ending, and then we'll just jump right into the next ending. Wait, Support says, imagine a plot twist where Fujin betrayed his status as champion to start a family. He did kind of want a family. So maybe he didn't have the heart to really protect Earthrealm in the manner that Raiden felt Earthrealm needed to be protected. And that little dynamic between the two characters would have been cool to see as well. Like we heard Fujin allude to in MK11. All right, let's jump back in.
Realm must be protected. I have abandoned my status as Elder God to aid these mortals and act defiant of the heavens. I will instead remain here on Earth as God of Thunder. As they traveled back to the portal that would return them to Earthrealm, Sub-Zero revealed to Frost that she had been an integral part in the destruction of the Deadly Alliance, and that he was proud to have her as a member of the Lin Kuei clan. But unknown to Sub-Zero, Frost's true intention for joining the Lin Kuei was to become Grandmaster herself. She used her Ice Blast to temporarily immobilize him and rip the Dragon Medallion from his chest. As she held the medallion, she felt power surge through her body. Lacking the strength and discipline required to control the medallion's immense power, she was consumed by her own freezing ability.
Exactly what she deserved. Corey says Frost is cute and greedy too. She is. Frost ending canon to be continued in Unchained. Oh yes. She woke up and all she could see was Sub-Zero and she just beat down everybody. Oh man. But one thing that I love that Mortal Kombat does that a lot of other fighting games don't do is they show the importance of things other than people and other than like attacks. If anything, I think Mortal Kombat does not really stress the importance of attacks, like learning a secret technique or anything like that, other than in a couple endings. But they do put importance on certain places like the pit or the Sea of Blood or the Soul Chamber or Shang Tsung's Island. Like all these places are important. And not only that, but there are a bunch of items that are important too. There's the Kamidogu, there's Shinnok's amulet, there's Raiden's amulet that allowed him to see the future. There's the Dragon Medallion. And I think the Dragon Medallion is a cool one that we don't really go into as much as I would like. But the idea that the Dragon Medallion, I think the only other time we see the Dragon Medallion is in Sector's MK9 ending. He steals it from the Grandmaster. But yeah, the Dragon Medallion apparently does not give you freezing power. It just enhances whatever power you already have, which is pretty cool. I think it's a pretty cool relic in the world of Mortal Kombat, and we don't see enough of the Dragon Medallion. Junie says, of course she would be the doofus, thinking she can handle it. She could be. This could be canon due to the fact that she didn't come back till Armageddon. Yeah, and you see her in Unchained, and in Armageddon, she's in the ice. Like, you see her in the Lin Kuei Temple, trapped in the ice. Support says, then she met Taven and got the delusions beat out of her. Exactly. All right, you guys, with that being said, let's jump into the next ending.
The Deadly Alliance was successful in reviving the mummified remains of the Dragon King's undefeatable army. It would appear that nothing could stand in the way of Shang Tsung and Quan Chi as they began their domination of the realms. Unfortunately for Shang Tsung, however, Quan Chi had no further need for the partnership. Once Shang Tsung had finally revived the last of the mummified warriors, Quan Chi closed the portal to the heavens and effectively shut off Shang Tsung's endless supply of souls. Quan Chi then instructed Kano to assassinate Shang Tsung in a surprise weapon attack. With their captor cut wide open, the thousands of souls Shang Tsung had consumed in the past spewed forth and swirled around the room. Quan Chi came to the realization that if Kano could so easily turn on Shang Tsung, he could also turn on Quan Chi himself. Quan Chi used his sorcery to drain the life from Kano and left his body where it fell. Immediately, one of the lingering souls shot into Kano's body. To Quan Chi's surprise, the man standing before him was no longer the Black Dragon thug known as Kano. Kano's body now contained the soul of the Shaolin monk, Liu Kang.
That's a somewhat contrived way to bring back Liu Kang, but I mean, jeez, imagine Liu Kang trying to step to Kitana in Kano's body. Support said, oh, actually, Corey first says Frost's white hair is neat. I like her white hair. I like her design in particular, like in general. So I would agree with you 100% there, Corey. Kano possessed by Liu Kang is strange, but would have been an interesting plot point if it had been canon. I agree. I would love to see how he would navigate the world in Kano's body. Maybe he can try going undercover with the Black Dragon, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do there with that with that plot point. But yeah, as you said, it's not canon. Corey says, I feel bad for Liu Kang in this ending because he's just in, I mean, that's body horror, right? You're just in a body you're not familiar with. That's creepy. Junie says, yeah, semi-canon due to the separation and Quan Chi killing Shang Tsung. Corey says, Liu Kang being stuck in a gross-looking man's body is real. Jeez, gross-looking? Liu Kano. All right, you guys, let's keep rocking on. And with that being said, we're going to get to the next ending.
For many years, Mavado's Red Dragon clan had been secretly engineering the destruction of their rivals, the Black Dragon. Through careful manipulation, Mavado had used the Special Forces to unwittingly aid them in this task. In return for eliminating Kenshi for the Deadly Alliance, Mavado was finally granted his battle with the last known member of the Black Dragon, Kano. After a long, brutal fight, Mavado emerged victorious, and all traces of the Black Dragon had been erased. Impressed with the fighting skill and discipline of Mavado, as well as other members of his clan, Quan Chi realized the potential the Red Dragon held for staging the eventual invasion of Earthrealm. In return for their continued assistance, he offered crucial information about a new threat to Mavado's Red Dragon clan, the Lin Kuei.
Man, Mavado just straight up beat down Kano. Just beat him in a fair fight. Let me see here. It was really sad. We need more of this rivalry between the Red Dragon and Black Dragon. Yeah, that would be cool. That was what Junie says. Support says Mavado ending, I believe, is semi-canon. Because I remember in Armageddon, Kano is kidnapped by the Red Dragon and runs into Taven later on. And Sub-Zero is aware of the Red Dragon. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's a shame. This whole Red Dragon plot really only extended to the end of Armageddon, and by the time we get to Armageddon, the Red Dragon is not that, doesn't have that much consequence. Corey says, I cannot wait for Natara and Kitana's ending. All right, let's get to it. With that being said, let's jump into the next ending.
Upset by the way his adventures had been portrayed in the past, Johnny Cage found a loophole in his contract and left MCM Studios during the production of Mortal Kombat: The Death of Johnny Cage. He then used his own money to fund the production of his next movie, which is rumored to be the true story of his latest adventures in Outworld. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance broke all records in its first weekend in theaters and made Johnny Cage extremely wealthy. The movie told the true story of how Johnny Cage single-handedly saved the world from the threat of Quan Chi and Shang Tsung's Deadly Alliance.
Johnny Cage wasn't playing. He said, "Let's get rich off of this." And this Conan the Barbarian looking, Star Wars looking poster here. Corey says it is Johnny Cage. Yes, it's what I meant was, let's continue on so we can get to Natara and Kitana. Not that Kitana or Natara was the very next one. I apologize. Support says, aren't all MK games just movies from Johnny Cage? I mean, that would be extremely meta, but maybe. Is Sonya not wearing pants? No, she's just wearing like a bikini almost. I mean, it's a Johnny Cage movie. Of course he's going to have Sonya in a bikini. And with that, let's go ahead and get into the next ending.
Kitana's longtime enemy Shao Kahn was dead, and the alliance between Shang Tsung and Quan Chi was defeated with the help of warriors from Earthrealm. Although there was peace once more throughout the realms, all was not right for Kitana. Saddened by the death of Goro, she attended a ceremony in the Kuotan Palace to honor her fallen friend and ally. Following Shokan tradition, Prince Goro's body was lowered into the molten rock contained within the throne room itself. As Kitana said goodbye to her wartime ally, she also held a moment of silence for Liu Kang, and secretly wished he had joined her in Edenia so many years ago.
Poor thing, poor thing. A couple things here. I love that they put Kitana in a different outfit and a different color. It's not her traditional blue. Also, there's a couple different connections here, because this immediately connects to her MK4 ending, where she finally made peace with Goro. So they had become friends, which makes Goro's ending in Deception all the more hurtful, like all the more heartbreaking. And then it also connects with her offer that she made to Liu Kang in MK4. Excuse me. So, again, cool storytelling here. Great way to keep the canon and whatnot. Corey says... Oh, wait. First Support says, the fact that Johnny got actors that look like the Deadly Alliance and Sonya. Corey says, why isn't Kitana's primary outfit shown in this ending? I believe in this game, this is her primary outfit. The blue, like the regular outfit that she's always in, with the blue with the ninja mask, is the alternate costume in Deadly Alliance. Kitana's alternate outfit in this game is kind of boring in this game. Really? You don't like the purple? I kind of like it. Support says Kitana's ending is part canon, Goro's death, and non-canon, Deadly Alliance death. I love the callbacks to MK4. Yeah, I do love the callbacks to MK4. Kitana, and maybe not, because I mean, I don't know how they explain Goro being in Deception, but anyway. Kitana looks like a young Sindel here with the long hair and purple, like mother and daughter. Exactly. I love that she is, in a sense, honoring her mother by wearing her color and by taking off her mask, because she was maskless in this game. So I thought all that was really cool development for... It's like development without it being shoved down your throat. They're not implicitly saying it, but it's something you can infer just by seeing it, and I really like that. I hope Natara's next. She's cute. All right, well, with that being said, Corey, let's go ahead and jump into the next ending.
Despite the strong sulfurous stench that filled the chamber, Reptile could smell that Nitara and Cyrax had been there recently. There was no sign of them now, except for some scattered glass shards and a residual trace of strong magical energies. His revenge would have to wait. Suddenly, an expected hush filled the chamber as energy cascaded around what appeared to be a dragon embryo. The tiny dragon stretched, and the egg cracked. A beam of energy ripped out from inside and lanced into Reptile. His world was filled with a roaring power as his squamous body was twisted and transformed. The ancient prophecy had been fulfilled. The Dragon King had returned.
This is it. This is such a dope ending. Support says there's a Game Boy version of this game called Tournament Edition where Noob Saibot's ending canonically showing how Goro died. It was all a plan by Shao Kahn to get Goro to turn to his side again. I did not play that game. Corey says poor Reptile got treated poorly in this game. Reptile was a pawn for a greater power in this game, absolutely. Yep, and Reptile's ending is true canon ending. Yep. Reptile is the what? The Waspinator of Mortal Kombat? I have no clue what that is. The Waspinator. I'm going to have to check that out. But while I do, we'll jump into the next ending here.
After what seemed like an eternity, Cyrax finally emerged from the lava, holding the orb that had bound Nitara's realm to Outworld for ages. At last, it was within her grasp. She would be able to free her people from Shao Kahn's imprisonment. Fulfilling her end of the bargain, she sent Cyrax back to his Earthrealm home in exchange for the orb. Nitara stared into the orb. It seethed with the power trapped within. She raised it above her head and then smashed it to the floor. It shattered with an inhuman, soul-rending howl. Its horrible energy exploded away and tore her consciousness from her. She awoke later for the first time on her native soil.
So Nitara got to go home. This ending really felt like padding. It felt like not a lot happened. It could have been 2 sentences. Cyrax came back with the orb. She fulfilled her end of the bargain and sent him to Earthrealm. And then she smashed the orb and went home. Like we I dig the performance of it. The narrator does a fantastic job narrating these endings. So I dig it, but this felt like such padding to me. Let me see here. Support says, and Goro never found out that Shao Kahn set him up. He manipulated Goro's emotions to turn him against Kitana. Hence why in Deception, Goro killing her hurts. Yeah, and you see him ripping off her arm and whatnot. Like, oh gosh, Goro. Nitara is so beautiful. I mean, she'll bite your neck. She'll bite your neck, sir. Imagine giving Nitara a kiss. No. Especially since I just saw Nosferatu the other day, which is, it's a long movie, but it was pretty good. Great ambiance. But after seeing that, I don't want to mess with any vampires. I'm good. Natara's ending should have continued and said, when she returned to her world, it was complete ash. Yeah, I wish they would have, like I said, it really felt like padding here. So if they gave us a little bit of something after she got to her realm, I think that would have been better. Natara has great fashion sense. She does. She kind of looks like a pirate vampire, in a sense. Am I the only one getting pirate from Natara? I don't know. Anyway. All right. With that being said, let's jump into the next ending.
Sent by the sorcerer Shang Tsung, the two Oni known as Draman and Moloch confronted Quan Chi, enraged that he had tried to leave them stranded in the bowels of the Netherrealm. In the battle that ensued, Draman leapt at Quan Chi, and both combatants stumbled into the intersecting chamber. Moments later, Draman emerged from the chamber, altered from his previous form.
I really hope they were going somewhere in this one, and we never really got a conclusion to this. Corey says Natara looks like a pirate vampire in a bikini. Exactly. That's exactly what she looks like. Support says this one true Natara. Not a fan of Natara and MK1, especially the voice. Oh, Megan Fox. Jeez. Just stop getting these celebrities. Don't use Megan Fox. Don't use Ronda Rousey. Get actual voice actors. Corey says Draman had ever right to attack Quan Chi for leaving them in hell. 100%. Draman emerged from the light only to be revealed to be the legendary champion Mocap. He just left the Netherrealm, got transformed into a man, and then got a job. All right, let's jump into the next ending.
After defeating the Deadly Alliance, Sub-Zero returned to the new temple of the Lin Kuei with the severely injured ninja, Frost. A short time later, I visited the temple to commend him for his victory in Outworld and to express my gratitude for all his assistance. With Sub-Zero now the Grand Master of the Lin Kuei, Earthrealm will be well protected.
This is another one that felt like padding. Like Raiden just tells him good job, essentially. Which I guess is cool. I mean, we know it's not canon, but it would have been nice to see something more substantial happen here. According to MK9, Sub-Zero's ending is canon since he's been one of Raiden's visions bowing to him. Oh, really? This scene is in one of Raiden's visions? Raiden rewards Sub-Zero with his existence. Right? Thanks for the job. Well done, sir. All right. I'm going to bounce. With his existence. Oh, that's not going to get old. Oh, man. With that being said, I need to look at I keep telling myself I need to slow down that scene where Raiden is having his visions. But interesting if that's the case. Maybe this happens right before Raiden assaults the palace to fight the Deadly Alliance. I guess that could make sense. Support says yes, along with Raiden at the campfire telling the heroes about the Deadly Alliance. Also Frost is there. Very interesting. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into the next ending.
Borracho looked gruff, but beamed inwardly. With their victory over the Deadly Alliance complete, he and Kung Lao had liberated Outworld from its latest threat. Despite the years that had passed since training his last student, his skills had proven useful once more. He was elated, but it would be inappropriate to express such emotions in front of his newest apprentice. Kung Lao invited his master to return with him to Earthrealm to teach more warriors at the Wuxi Academy. The success of his apprentice gave him renewed confidence in his training skills and, for the first time, a clear purpose in life. Boraicho offered only token resistance. He accepted the offer because the defenders of Earthrealm could certainly use his help, but more importantly, because Earthrealm's rice line put Outworld's liquor to shame.
Boraicho. I have a love-hate relationship with Boraicho. I love the fact that he is the reluctant Outworld, coach, essentially, that coaches against his team because he knows they're wrong. That is such a great setup for a character. I dig that he's like the drunken master. I think drunken master is another trope that has been in films forever. So bringing that to Mortal Kombat, I completely dig. But the farting, the farting. Why? Why do we have such gross tactics? Why is he throwing up on the ground and using the vomit for you to slip on? Why is he bouncing off of a fart? Like why are we trivializing this character that could be so cool? He could be so cool. Man. Support says Raiden fights Taven in one of his visions too. Does he? I gotta look at those again. Corey says Boraicho, aka the farting man. Exactly. Corey, you hit the nail on the head. The farting man. Why would they do that to Boraicho? Boraicho is the Shrek of Mortal Kombat. Oh man, you know what? It's terrible, but I can't argue against it. Imagine Boraicho's animality. I mean, something like oh geez, I don't even know. What's something that's big and gross? Something big and gross would be Boraicho. Support says, I said as a joke years ago, say that Boraicho is future version of drunk Liu Kang from MK Legacy. I wanted to try. Man, I really loved the writing there with Liu Kang. The fact that he is a hero turned villain, and I feel like they don't do that a lot with the main characters of fighting games, but Mortal Kombat isn't afraid to do that, to kill the main character or turn the main character or do something with the main character. So I really love that about this franchise. Support also says Boraicho's rice wine is what gives him the farting powers. Oh gosh. They just take a cool character and just completely trivialize him. I can't stand it. Boraicho's animality would be Steropod. Am I saying that right? Who kills his opponent by defecating on them. Is that a thing? Corey, is that real? Kills their opponent by defecating on them. I mean, if that's real, that's absolutely Boraicho. And it's a shame. Boraicho deserves better than farting and vomit. With that being said, let's get into. We only have, I think, maybe one or two more left, but let's go ahead and jump into the next ending.
Kano and Sonya had fought before. Although Kano was humiliated by his defeat at her hands so many years ago, this time the outcome would be different. Kano had stolen Quan Chi's amulet at the request of Shang Tsung. With the amulet in his possession, Kano came to the realization that he was now in total control of the revived undefeatable army. Rather than hand the amulet and the army over to Shang Tsung, Kano kept them for himself and used the army to ambush Sonya, ending their long rivalry once and for all.
So absolutely non-canon, but Kano gets his revenge against Sonya finally. Let me see here. Support says, if I'm not wrong, wasn't Boraicho hinted at in MK Conquest, the TV show? I don't think so. There may be something that is a character that has similar traits, but I don't think they were hinting specifically at Boraicho. I mean, also Boraicho was not created until after Conquest had begun and ended, so that's another reason why I doubt it. Man, but I would love. We need Vorpax in a video game. I need it to happen. Sauropods, I don't even know if I'm saying that name correctly, if I'm pronouncing it right. If not, please forgive me. But they are long-necked dinosaurs like Brontosaurus. Oh, okay. Interesting. And they defecate on their... Oh, gosh. Poor Sonya Blade. Yeah, she got chopped in the head by a soldier, it looks like. Kano is a coward. Yeah, he is a coward. And I feel like you gotta portray him as a coward. He's that kind of a heel. Like, he's not the cool heel. He's a guy that cheats. He'll stab you in the kidney when no one's looking to gain an advantage, or he'll throw dirt in your eye, or he'll do whatever he needs to do. And I don't respect him, but I respect that type of character. Support says, you think we can count Kano's ending part canon? Because Sonya does die according to Deception, but not Kano, keeping the amulet part. What do you mean Sonya dies? I don't think so. Am I mistaken? I don't think Sonya dies in Deception. Kano's animality should be a stingray, since he loves ripping out hearts, and Stingray killed the Aussie Steve Irwin by stabbing him in the heart. I remember you said that in a previous stream, Corey. Yeah, that would make sense. I thought Boraicho trained the Great Kung Lao before Shujinko and Liu Kang and Kung Lao. That I don't know. I don't know if there was ever a... I mean, I feel like you would know better than I, but I don't recall that being something that... I mean, one can assume that he did, but I don't recall anything outright stating that that's a fact, or even hinting that that's a fact. According to the beta version of Special Forces, you should react to it, by the way. Oh, it's a Special Forces? Okay. Okay, maybe we might do that. It's implied Sonya is the reason why he has the metal eye, because she shot him trying to save her partner, who Kano kills. Ah, interesting. In MK Deception, Shujinko says in the opening, all the Earth's realms were killed except Raiden. No, he doesn't. He says that they were all defeated and only Raiden was left. And that might be... I believe that's a distinction that does have a difference. So they're all like knocked out on the stairway leading up to the palace gates, but they don't say that they're killed. Rewatch the ending. I'm almost certain that's the case. Anyway, with that being said, and maybe we should do Deception next. We'll do the Deception ending and the Deception... I'm sorry, the Deception opening and the Deception endings. Maybe. If you guys dig this, then maybe we'll do Deception, but we'll see. Okay, with that being said, let's jump into the next ending.
Having been enslaved through sorcery to guard the molten incubation chamber, Blaze was finally freed once the dragon egg had hatched. He then resumed the quest he had undertaken before being subdued by his captors.
Short and sweet was Blaze. We just want to establish Blaze for Armageddon, it looks like. I think they didn't even know what they wanted to do. They just knew they wanted to use that character. Kano is a fiend. He is. He absolutely is. They died because Onaga has his servants, I remember, seeing Sonya as one of the bodies slain. I might be wrong, but slow it down. Yeah, because the servants, remember, Onaga can like brainwash people too and have them like serve him. That doesn't mean that they're dead, because there's Sindel's ending where he, just for fun, he unleashed Kitana against Jade and Sindel to fight them, and also in I believe also in Ermac's ending, where they were fighting the brainwashed heroes, and then Liu Kang's spirit came to undo the brainwashing. I believe that's how it goes down. But in any case, they make it clear that they were brainwashed and not killed. So they're still alive. Okay. Let me see here in the intro. Corey says, I wonder if Blaze's animality would be. What? I mean, maybe, what is a fire animal? Is there any fire animal? Oh man. I mean, there's a phoenix, I guess. There's a dragon. I feel like Liu Kang has both of those things on lock. A fire ant, maybe? I don't know. Support says, I don't think characters like Blaze should have an animality. All right, you guys, I think that might have been the last one, or maybe there's one more left, because it looks like there's a little time left. So let's jump into what seems to be the final ending. Oh, it's mocap. Oh gosh. Of course, it's mocap. Oh man, I missed it. Hold on. Okay. We don't even have a narration. Mocap was the primary martial arts talent for motion capture during the production of Johnny Cage's movie based on the recent events in Outworld. So if this is Draman and he just put his resume out there for Johnny Cage to find, ridiculous. Okay, he's referred to the game designer at Midway Games and used in the production of the video game adaptation of the movie. Man, I think you may I think you may have a point that the games are just an adaptation of the Johnny Cage movies. I love how they have, is that Dan Forden there on the left? The end. Oh gosh, hilarious. Some of them, oh, hold on one second. Support says some of them had to have died during the Deadly Alliance, because if I'm wrong, Kitana's bio says she was brought back by Onaga to serve him. I don't think they meant brought back to life. I might be wrong here, but I don't think that's the case. Hold on. Oh, hold on 1 second, you guys. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. I had an important text I need to take care of. Okay. Um, we might have to check the character bios out at some point. Yeah, I think that would be a cool idea to go into that and really find out. I don't think they were dead, but I could be mistaken. Mocap's animality. I think I would go with something really silly for Mocap. Maybe like a firefly, because of the lights all around him. Chloe says, shout out to Mocap, best MK character of all time. Chloe, you're drunk. Yeah. Chloe, you don't know what you're saying. Yup, Johnny Cage is the real keeper of time. Apparently, mind screw. Chloe says, should have made Mocap a cameo, so when you call his assist, he can mirror your movements. You know what? I think Mocap I don't think we'll ever see him as a main character. So him being a cameo would have been a perfect choice. I actually agree with you, and support agrees as well. He says facts. Important text. I didn't get anything. you, you did not get anything from me, no, Chloe. Kano as an actor and close friend of Johnny. That's just prosthetics, sir. That's not Kano. That's just some guy in prosthetics. And you guys, that's it. That is the last of the Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance endings. They were cool, man. That narrator, whoever they got, they should have just kept him. I know that in Deception they use the Shujinko voice actor, but this guy, powerful voice. Please reward me with my existence. You know what? You are all rewarded with your existence. I'm not a man of my word. Oh my gosh. Support says, I consider Johnny's and Mocap's ending to be the true end of Deadly Alliance. Stop lying. Stop. Mocap. Ay. But you know what? You guys are right. Mocap would have been a dope cameo. He could either copy what the main fighter does. I think that would be pretty cool to have that play style, or I don't know. I feel like you can just do a bunch of stuff with him and it would make sense. So it's a shame. It's a shame that we might not get anything else. I mean, this might be the end of MK1. And if this is the end of MK1, we got to do the endings for MK1. I was a while back, I was on a quest to get all the endings, and as annoying as it was, I got all of the endings for all the characters, so we could go through those at some point down the line. I still want to do the design discussion for Sonya. I also have a design discussion for Tanya ready to go. And then we can also do endings for Deadly Alliance, and then maybe even eventually Armageddon. Armageddon is going to be long, though. Ay. That's going to be a long stream. My existence? You're right, Corey. Imagine Shinnok's animality. Shinnok was never in a game with an animality, huh? Shinnok would probably be something similar to Quan Chi. I believe Quan Chi is just like a skeleton, like an animal skeleton. That would have to be Shinnok's. Something similar to that. Support says Draman in the Netherrealm. Someday when I become human, I'll become an actor and stuntman. Let me start putting my resume out there. Oh man. So yeah, so that's it, you guys. I don't know if I should just put out a poll for, I mean, what do you, I feel like you guys are here the most. What do you guys want to do next? Should we do a design discussion next time, or should we just do another set of endings next time? What do you say? I'm really down for either one, but I don't want to wear out any gimmick in particular. So if it's just endings over and over again, I don't want to. Maybe we'll mix it up and do a design discussion. Yeah, okay. Corey says design discussion. Okay, we could do that. Design discussion, please. All right, cool. Next time we'll do a design discussion. I think we're gonna let's do Sonya, and then we'll do some more endings at a later date after that. Next, deception endings. Oh, support wants the deception endings and character bios. Yeah, we got to do some character bios, especially with that with the idea that the characters died in deception, or they're just defeated and not dead. I would love to dive into that and really figure that out. Guess what my favorite Sonya Blade design is? What Sonya Blade design? Let me think. What I'm guessing what the most what shows the most skin? Sonya. Oh, probably MK9. I would say Corey is your favorite Sonya Blade design. That would be my guess, is MK9. But anyway, yes, it is MK9. Corey, I know you, sir. You don't think I know you? Right? Of course, it's the MK9. All right, well, listen, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream. MK3 Sonya, MK Deadly Alliance Sonya. You know what? Personally, after re-seeing that the Deadly Alliance Sonya, the alternate costume with the the long sleeve, long pants, commander's uniform, I dig that commander's uniform on Sonya. Maybe it's because, like I said, we see her in green and black for so many years. Just seeing her in something different is refreshing. But for whatever reason, I love her in that commander uniform. I think it's dope. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out with me and watching some old Mortal Kombat videos. I really do appreciate it. Like I always say, time is our most valuable asset. We can't get time back. So I really, really appreciate you guys spending some of your time with me here tonight and just hanging out. Tomorrow I'll be on to stream some more. But until then, you guys, thank you again. And don't get beat up out there. Peace.
Unky D's on that beat.